Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I've already pre-flashed the Maestro. In a different video, we're going to show you how to do that. But we're just going to assume it's already done for this one, which it is. So we're going to go ahead and plug in the speaker right away. So we have a 4-pin, 4-pin. After that, we're going to need the harness. So on the harness, we have a few different things. I've already attached the 2 plugs for the Kenwood radio, the main one, and then we have a secondary one which has parking brake and reverse in it. Here we have our 3-pin connector that goes to the driver's side. These are all our Maestro connections, and then these are our main vehicle connections. So we'll go ahead and make the 2 main vehicle connections. And then we'll plug in the Maestro. So on the Maestro, it's fairly straightforward. Most of the plugs are matched. You know, we have an 18-pin, it only fits in one hole, but we have to be careful because we do have a couple cases. We have a green 10-pin and we have a black 10-pin. Always match the colors up. And then we have the power. You see this one with the yellow, red, and black. That's our main power. Plug that in. So the Maestro is all connected, and we're going to have 2 connections that go from the Maestro to the radio. These 2 plugs, one is a 4-pin on each end. They're exactly the same. This is our data plug. This is what makes all the magic possible. All the data, all the steering wheel controls, everything goes through this. And we have a second one, 3.5 millimeter on one side, that goes in the radio, a 3-pin on this side. This is all our OnStar that goes through this. So we're going to go ahead and plug those into the Maestro. So we're on the wrong side, here we go, 4-pin, it's the one right next to the USB. And this 4-pin also, there's a blue one and a red one, but we always match up colors. Now we have the 3-pin over on this side, goes in here. We'll plug the connector from the driver's side in and move these out of the way. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put the Maestro right up here in the front. This way I have access to plug in my radio. And it's easy to get to if I need to reconfigure something in the module. Tuck these plugs on the side so they're out of the way. Now what's left on the harness, we have our, of course, the 2 Kenwood plugs. And then we have this junction. This junction is going to go here. This is the climate. So with this one wire in place, this is what allows us to be able to show you the climate status on the screen. So now we have this, our 2 cables coming from the RR, tuck that in, and we have our GPS and mic. So now I've gone ahead already and I've installed the radio into the kit, and I put our climate control in. It just snapped right in. See on the back here, we have one of these plugs. This is reverse camera, so that'll match up. FM antenna. We have our USBs. We're not going to connect those to anything or run these in this case, but you can run them under the dash. You can run them to a pocket, to the glove box, whatever you want. And you see over here where it's stamped in the metal, it says iData Link. This is your 3.5 millimeter, and this is your data plug. So I'm going to go ahead and make all my connections. So I'm going to start with my main connector, secondary, RCA for the camera, UPS. This is my audio coming from OnStar, so it goes to this iData Link plug. This is the microphone. You'll notice it's got a smaller wire than the other one. The mic spot, and I am missing a data. Here it is. The 4-pin data cable. Right here. So there's only one plug left to plug in, and that's our climate. It goes into the back of the climate board, but I'm going to do that as I hold the radio up here. So you won't. There we go. Now you just tuck everything in nice and clean, put it into place temporarily, and check and make sure everything works before putting the rest of the car back together.